Hey Scorpios, what is up? What's going on? Today we are doing your bonus reading. Thank you guys so much for giving the likes, subscribing to the channel. Anyway, we have really crazy energies. I'm recording this just after the full moon, when moon was conjunct Pluto as well. Later that night, we have very interesting moment right before Jupiter goes retrograde back into the sign of Pisces. And just in general, I think we need to focus a little bit more on how to make the best of this energy. So we'll start with just your general reading, general energy, and then we will go into love as well. Watch this if you're Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. As always, the readings are general, but there is a whole freaking playlist of Scorpio readings. There is 120 videos, only Scorpios. Some of them are even timeless, so feel free to binge watch that playlist. Unless I say specific time, that could resonate still. So, and even, I always say this for new people of my channel. There is, it's different in terms of, in my at least perspective, transits don't just happen on the day or month. These are energies, kind of like if you accept that time is not really linear, there are energies we can tap in. It's kind of complicated, I guess, to explain. Maybe I should do a different video on that, but yeah, let's get started. Before we get started, also links to everything. My tarot class for beginners is available in the description box. All the private readings, everything that's available in the description box as well. And yeah, let's get started. See what my Scorpio is dealing with. This is end of July, early August, when we have craziest Mars, Uranus, North Node conjunction in Taurus in the 7th house for Scorpios, risings especially. But let's just see. We have status quo, we have the vast universe, we have fear, and we have your higher self. What this energy tells me right away is that you are right in the moment right now. You're right at this point in your life where you're about to break free in a major way, have a huge breakthrough. Now, this is not just some of your typical, Scorpio transformations, which, for you is just another day, but for most people to experience the kind of transformations Scorpios experience, they have to wait lifetimes. And I'm not even exaggerating that. How Scorpio can evolve in this one life is not available to many other energetic frequencies. Now, of course, that also means that Scorpio is dealing with a lot more, right, in this physical cycle of this life where, yes, there is death, rebirth, and all of that, but it's also much faster, accelerated process of ascension that Scorpios usually choose through this intense, transformation. It's if you're incarnated with Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or even any other, dominant placements, you're pretty much choosing to accomplish in one life what other people can only get done in 100 lives. I mean, I don't know, these are not actual numbers, but you know what I mean. Can you see my point, right? If you see my point, give this video a big thumbs up. So yeah, so there is that. And of course, it's when we forget about that, we are why, why is it so hard? Why does it suck so much to be a Scorpio? I've had these moments definitely earlier in my life where I was why did I choose Scorpio rising with Pluto and ascendant? What did I do? Why did I do that? But we are already in, it's kind of sort of when you I don't know if you've seen this viral video recently came out where there was this guy who was about to do some kind of, not bungee jumping, some kind of thing, and he was asking people please give me a minute, I'm not ready. And anyway, we are kind of on this adventure. We are in the game already. We just have to kind of keep keep going right in the game in this life. Because what I feel is that for some of you, there is currently a moment where you're really choosing to break free from something, to have not just once again a small breakthrough, but a major one. You could also check out my video. I'm going to link it in the cards. It's a video from, I believe I made it in November or October 2020. The title says something like, "You were born for something bigger than this." That video just came to mind because probably things I'm talking about in that video resonate to what you experience now. And at the end of the day, right, we are living in the world, especially right now, all the crisis, you know, different things that happens with the economy and with everything. And like, it's almost like there is this fear nonstop being projected at people, right, that you like, oh my god, everything's about to crash, everything's so bad. And it's almost like there is this constant programming of fear. Now what fear does, right, it constricts, it contracts, it makes things smaller. Our only truth in this universe, our only, you know, only constant and the only path kind of like to light is to constantly expand. Like that's the nature of, you know, of our growth. It's expansion, 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 you know. So fear is meant to, you know, put constraints onto expansion. And I feel like for some of you there could be at the moment fears of losing status quo, maybe some kind of comfort. And I feel like it could be a situation where, you know, you're a Scorpio, you have certain job, certain career path, which, okay, it's like not maybe you're super wealthy, but it does bring you some comfort, some stability, but deep down, you know, you want more. But it's almost like you have that consciousness of like, well, I know that I'm supposed to create something else. I know that I'm supposed to do more. I know that I'm capable of more than just this small role I've constrained myself in. And not to say the role is bad. You might have a job that actually is a fantastic job. It's nothing bad. You might be helping people there, or you might be just, you know, really knowing the things that you're doing. Not to say that, once again, it's not about that it being bad, but deep down, if you ask yourself, your higher self, right? And the universe, the vast universe, the abundant universe of options, is this the only thing you want to be? This is the kind of question that comes here, which I feel like it's not an overnight process for you. This is the process that might have been happening already for quite a few months, weeks, years, even for some people, where it's like a choice, you know, stay small, stay where it's known, stay where it's comfortable, or, you know, something that almost feels even not real yet because it hasn't been built, it hasn't been created yet, you haven't been there yet, maybe even as a soul, you've never gone that far, you know, off the beaten path of the comfort, kind of like comfort zone. And it's like your higher self is standing here literally and telling you, listen, we have so many different things we can do, so many different things. Yes, maybe here it's not so bad. It looks good. This looks kind of like somewhere nice in, I don't know, south of Italy or something. Like it looks good, but is this the fear really that's preventing you from going also and experiencing something else? So this is the cards coming up. So I feel like on a more practical level, this is something about where you really feel it's time for you to go next level in your career, in your self-expression, in your evolution. But there is something where you're like, listen, is it even safe? Because look around, everyone is saying how everything, you know, economy is crashing, everything is terrible. Can I even take the risk? And I'll tell you one secret. This is, of course, not financial advice, not career advice, not any kind of, you know, serious advice. But one thing I've learned, and I've experienced this myself times and times again, especially being Scorpio rising with Pluto on ascendant and kind of like Sun in the 7th house descending. But if I honestly seen this being very true for a lot of Scorpios as well, like Sun and even Venus, you know, and even Moon. Sometimes when the world turns to darkness, because Scorpios in general is the 8th house, is under earth, I was going to say underground, is the natural darkness. Actually, while a lot of people are lost and don't know what to do, Scorpio is the one who actually makes it through, you know, the bear market of our universe, so to say, not universe, our planet more in this case. Scorpio is the one who knows, because it's your familiar, you know chaos, you strive in chaos, and yes, maybe it's painful because you're like, man, does it mean all I've ever known is chaos? You know, just like this kind of things. But see, like all the things we have in our setup are meant for us to take us somewhere. So for you, especially like when everyone is fearful, when everyone doesn't know what to do next, when everyone is losing hope, this is when you shine. This is when you really step into your highest soul mission. So whatever happens in the world, I'm not giving any world prediction, but I'm just saying, this is like, think of even, I'm just gonna, for a lot of you, this will resonate, and give a big thumbs up if it's resonating, especially. Give a big thumbs up in general, but especially if it's resonating, give a big thumbs up. But remember, like, even year 2020 and even 2021, when a lot of people were very lost, I remember doing consultations, and even with my own experience, we actually were really, really like aware and doing like great things with business, with different stuff. So it's like, what to do regardless of what's happening outside of where you currently are. It's just part of owning that part of Scorpio power. Like, think about it, even people who have Jupiter in Scorpio or Jupiter in the 8th house, your luck comes through crisis sometimes, things that usually bring more difficulties to other people. You are able to strive in them. So that's kind of like a superpower. Let's do a little bit more here. Wow, it's an interesting reading today. Pulled 4 cards and tapped into God knows what. Like, let's see. Yeah, look at this. Angels of the 4 directions. We have letting go. Look at this. Look at this. Wow, this is beautiful. Like look at even how cards, like, I don't know if you guys can see in the camera or not, but like, look even how cards are aligning in terms of colors and everything. And we also have here stuck energy underneath fear, and we have here great gratitude. Bottom of the deck, family, friends, and guides. I feel like for a lot of you, there's going to be a lot of resources or support or some kind of guidance that may come through friends, maybe family, even for some of you, maybe your soul family. So let's talk about this. With angels of the 4 directions, I feel like you're being guided to a place where you can very gracefully transition from something you've been doing previously, and maybe you just know that, like, you don't see much more expansion there. You know that you're once again meant to experiment, do other things. You're guided you're guided basically to through this transition. Now look at this. We have letting go right underneath vast universe. It's like literally you're struggling maybe to let go. There is some kind of resistance which is like telling you no, that's not the correct way. Like, I don't know if I can do it. But the vast universe here literally is reminding you that it's okay. There are so many more things, and yes, some doors are closed, some things maybe didn't work out. Maybe you were hoping you were gonna do much greater in that previous career or previous relationship or whatever it is you're letting go of. But it's reminding you that its game is not over. We are only on level, I don't know, 3 out of 500 or something. So like, yeah, there is that. And the thing is, like, the only thing you have, you know how they say, right? The only thing you have to fear is the fear itself. Look at this. Fear is what makes you stuck where you don't need to be. The more you tap into the fear, the more you are in this place where you're in stuck energy, attracting people who are stuck somehow, and you're missing out on all this like magical rainbows and butterflies, that are available. And again, it's easier said than done. I'm in the same boat, right? So like, I'm like, sounding very smart, giving advice here, but it's like when I read, I talk from my higher self, I don't necessarily practice every single day from my higher self, but here, yeah, it's like fear and stuck energy. This also to me shows 5th and 8th house. So for you, it's important to have fun in order to remove fears. Allow yourself to be more playful, more childlike. And with stuck energy in the 8th, there could be also something when it comes to your energy of trust, your sexual energy, which is maybe been stuck. And this is like, diving into your 5th and 8th house could help this energy unstuck. So basically, like, yeah, it's time to let yourself experiment and try new things. Now, I love how this great gratitude is right underneath your higher self, because like this is just so beautiful, because it shows there's so much abundance, and it's like your higher self is looking at you with his loving eyes now, maybe being even scared, stuck, struggling to let go, not sure like if you can or can't. And it's almost like it's reminding you to just be grateful for this life experience, even for the ups and downs, for trying different things, for experimenting different things. It's also showing you how you have everything you need. You kind of like have everything you need in order to, I don't want to say survive, I don't know how to better say it, kind of like you have everything you need. Yeah, situation will improve, whatever you're dealing with. Take action. Yeah, they are telling you to take action on something maybe you've been scared about. And we have helpful people, so whatever it is you feel like you're stuck with or cannot, maybe you've been struggling, you know how sometimes you plateau, right? You've been making progress with something, and then boom, suddenly you're like, well, I don't even know if I can grow further. I seem to be stuck here. No one cares about me. People think I'm a joke or something or whatever, or like we all have different kind of thoughts, right? And excuse me, let me take a breath. Oh my god, I've been getting so much information. When I start getting a lot of information, I just cannot breathe like this. 1 second. In, out. Okay, so yeah, so it's like part of you just has this monologue with yourself where you just don't know if you're going to have resources, anyone's going to help you, maybe people don't take you seriously, whatever it is. They are showing that there is actually going to be people genuinely inspired by you experimenting and you taking risks, because we always kind of expect, sometimes especially Scorpios, right, with Virgo in 11th house, we expect people to be critical of us. We are critical sometimes of other people too, let's just be honest, right? Virgo in the 11th house. At the same time, sometimes we attract, it's true, we also attract very critical people who are, instead of being maybe supportive and whatever, are actually really critical. And if you have a dynamic with friendships or groups, associations, clubs, or just, you know, whatever, 11th house could be even your audience. If you have any kind of, I don't know, group, like you're teaching a lot of people, it could be even the group you're in doing that. If you have any kind of issues with community, with people, look into your 4th house. This is where Aquarius sits, right? Because for some of you, the relationship you have with your friends, groups, audience, just community, a lot of it, especially if it's like more painful, like I definitely resonate with it, for example, a lot of it has to do with the dynamics you had either with a mother or with your family. Because some of that seed level of how you expect everyone maybe to criticize you or just want to see you a certain way comes from that. You know, I've tested this over and over again. It actually is true. And yeah, basically, you know, you can't necessarily completely change this overnight, but what you can do is to understand that not everyone necessarily will manifest as like critical people. It can also, another part of Virgo, and this is especially for rising, but for sun and moon as well, because again, we see how energy manifests from sun and moon as well. Helpful, like energy of Virgo is also helpful. So you can also attract people who genuinely want to help you, like who genuinely want to maybe help you improve, or who genuinely also need your help in some way if you are feeling comfortable helping, you know, others. So it's not all bad. There's different manifestations of that energy. Let's see a little more. Let's take just one more from angels. And we have here meditation brings answers. And look at this, how beautiful, how higher self and great gratitude is clarified by meditation brings answers. Literally for you, part of also all this process is meditating, connecting to your higher self, asking your higher self for guidance. You don't even need to ask anyone. It's your higher self who will guide you, will take you where you need to be. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Now let's tap into love, because I mean, this is kind of makes a lot of sense. And you know, for you also a big breakthrough could come through your relationships, through your partnerships. First line will be you, second line will be your person. Let's take, oh, okay. Knight of Swords. We have 10 of them. Ooh, Scorpios, money is coming. We have 3 of Wands. Okay, we have 10 of Wands. One more. We have, ooh, Emperor. Yeah, money is definitely going to be good. Okay, we are manifesting. Money back, huge. Money backs. Let's look at your person. We have 6 of Pentacles. We have Queen of Wands. We have 9 of Swords. We have 7 of Swords. And we have Ace of Cups with Chariot. All right, let's talk about this. Your person got an additional card. You have 5 and they have 6. Bottom of the deck, we have Four of Wands. I do feel like you're headed towards harmony, peace, prosperity with your person. Let's talk about what's happening here. Let's start with you first. First of all, for you, there is a lot of financial opportunities. Ten of Pentacles and the Empress. There is opportunities for you currently, especially with this full moon in Capricorn, and we are still under influence for another week or so, even actually more, until the next new moon, basically. You're still under this influence, and it was interesting, the next new moon that we have is going to be in the sign of Leo, right, which is your 10th house. So right now there is a manifestation for long-term opportunities, things that can really make you successful, things that can really make you who you want to be, who you are in your highest potential, like this Empress card over here. Right? And we talked about this just now, was just energetic reading, right? So you're meant to be this Empress energy. You could have strong Venusian placements. So you could have Libra, Venus, rising Libra. You could have Taurus, Venus, Taurus, Sun, Moon, I don't know, or just Venus maybe with Jupiter or something like that. Venus with even Rahu, I would say, because it's like there's something about your Venus that seems very magnified. I don't know, what's the better word? And even if not that, there is still just that energy of where you know you're meant to be a person who's like way above average. Like there's a very bougie energy that's coming from you, and that's great. You know, we have this energy where right now you're being aligned with your long-term plans, goals, maybe even partnerships, organizations, people who you're meant to actually go very far with. Now again, it could come through different venues. It's not just romantic, it's not even just friendships. There's different, like pay attention basically to people that come into your life right around this June, July, August, maybe even September, because a lot of these people are really meant to be on your journey for a long, I feel like for a long haul. You might not necessarily be like, oh yeah, this is the person I'm supposed to be, I don't know, building something long-term with, or this is the person I'm supposed to have long-term partnership with. But 10 of Pentacles next to 3 of Wands, I feel like you will end up in a far longer connection, commitment with people, especially with Rahu being in your 7th house right now. Yeah, so like then you even expect. With Knight of Swords, it's important for you to pursue your goals unapologetically now. You want something, go for it. Like this card literally also reminds me of the card that we just pulled as well. Take action, look, they even look alike. Like it's important for you to take action towards your actual goals. You want something, don't second guess. Like I'll be honest, one thing that I've learned, like I'll give you an example even from my own life. I started studying astrology, I think in 2011. Okay, let's say 2011 because that's when I actually really started learning charts, different things, you know, and even tarot I practiced, I don't even know, far longer than that. But I was always that person who doubted myself. Can I actually have YouTube channel? Can I actually do this? Like I had so much doubt, which, you know, a lot of people who didn't know much more than I did started earlier, and they didn't second guess themselves. They didn't question themselves, you know. They started earlier, and yes, sometimes being early is what makes you, you know, like rise much higher than average. So learning from my own mistakes at this moment in different industries and in other projects, I am not waiting to be an expert necessarily to start something, because again, some people will tell you, oh yeah, wait to be an expert, whatever. You don't have to tell you are an expert. You can say that, yeah, I'm still learning about something. But what I've learned in my own experience, which was very painful for me because I saw how other people grew much faster, whatever. Like, I mean, it's like, whatever, it happened this way, it was meant to be, right? I was always thinking that if instead of being perfectionist and learning things that I was learning for so many years, I started earlier, you know, like how my experience now would have been different. So for you at this moment, especially with Jupiter being in Aries, right, and Mars, your ruling planet, in Taurus being together with North Node and Uranus, this is not the time to sit and be like, oh, am I good at this enough? Have I learned enough? And I know this is not like an advice that maybe sounds even proper, but it's just looking at astrology and looking just at this energy. It is important for you to take action on things you want. And even if it comes to you liking someone, let's say you have a crush on someone, let's say you like someone, it's not about sitting and being like, oh, do they like me back? Do they want me? Oh, do they have someone else? You want something, go for it, like green light, literally. And the thing is, I was thinking a lot also about how come sometimes when we don't care about someone that much, you know, like, I don't know if you guys resonate with this or not, but sometimes we don't care too much about someone, and it's so easy for us, right, to hit them up sometimes, message them, like, be easy around them. And sometimes that's why people fall in love, right, with us much faster that way, because they're like, oh, you're so easy, like, in terms of energy, not in terms of being easy, but you know what I mean, like. But then when we actually start liking someone, we start second guessing ourselves. We're like, oh, can I actually send that text? Can I actually talk to this person? Do they actually like me? So basically what they're saying, don't overthink things and go for what you want. That's like the only thing, like, you only regret chances you didn't take. 10 of Wands, what I do want you to pay attention is to, first of all, take care of your back right now. It's important. And also try to not take on things that maybe are not that important, just to keep yourself busy. Think of what you actually want for yourself long term. Like, what do you want, and go for it. This is the time, like, really, there's never been the time. So you're very aligned with your goals. You're very aligned here with your money, and not just money, but also long-term success, long-term prosperity. This is amazing. Now, your person here, it's interesting because they are going through something. First of all, I feel like for a lot of you, it goes two ways. If you've known this person for a while, they've really seen you grown. Like, it's almost to a point where they're like, can I actually keep up with my Scorpio? If it's a new person, I feel like they just see you really in this power, in this really fiery energy, or almost like Queen of Wands. And again, in my readings on this channel, Scorpio is the Queen of Wands card. I know that it's not what's supposed to be technically, whatever, it's a fire sign, whatever, but actually Scorpio is also fire and water. For those of you who don't know this, in Kabbalistic astrology especially, it's not just water, it's also fire. So you're showing up as Queen of Wands again, and I do think that they do see you as someone who has choices and options. They also wonder what is it they can give you that you don't have. Interesting. And I do think when they look at you in terms of all the things you're passionate about, all the things you dream about, they do have some worries. And this is the worries just in terms of that you are very free. Like, you could go anywhere you wanted to, could do anything you want. You're not someone who, you know, maybe they've dated or they've been. Oh, by the way, as I'm recording this, there's 11/11, so make a wish. I just saw 11/11 on my kitchen stuff. Cannot show you because it will mess up the setup, but just trust me. But basically, it's like, the way they see this is maybe in the past they dated people who were more easy in some way, like it was easy to give them something or whatever, or they were more predictable, like more, I don't know, like they're a certain type and they act certain way or whatever. But with you, it's almost like you are hard to catch to them. I don't know if you know what I mean. You're also someone who is not impressed by the stuff that other people maybe are impressed with. That does make them, I feel like, worry a little bit, because I feel with the Seven of Swords here, with the Seven of Swords, I saw this in the previous Scorpio reading. Let me clarify it, but it's like, it feels to me that they would almost, this would be one of them situations where even if they dated someone, they would be like, no, I'm actually single, I want to be with you, and they would like dump another person. I'm sorry. There's also Saturn Wealth family room. This person has some kind of secret that might be connected to their own money or to their family, or maybe to both, something like that. So there's some kind of secret this person doesn't disclose to others. And we have here, yeah, look at this, privileged lady, bad health reverse. It could be something connected also, again, once again, to money, and I don't know, something about families, what I'm getting, something about their own struggles. Even maybe they had some struggles with health, God forbid, or like mental health or something like that. Again, just, I don't know, just for some people I'm seeing this. But what's more important than that, and let me just clarify with one more card, clarify Seven of Swords, what's about, because I know you guys are like, oh my god, Seven of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, there is something about their intentions. They are not selling you 100%. That's all I can say for now. And look at this, High Priestess also at the bottom. So we'll definitely take a look at this in the Excited as well. But now I just want to say, because we're already at 30 minutes, like, with the Chariot to the Ace of Cups, they are choosing you. They are choosing to be with you. I feel like this is inevitable here, because it's like at this point this person doesn't think, and it's interesting because your energy flows together so well. They are someone who is very like go get, I will go and I will get what I want, and you're someone who is in the energy of receiving, which is also really good. This is like masculine, feminine in a very good, like healthy manifestation, if you will. I mean, just like classically, right? So I do feel like this person decided they want to be with you. They do have some doubts and worries in this reading, but at the same time, it's like I feel for a lot of you, this is, again, right now, things that are happening in your contracts, in your friendships, in your partnerships, in your love situation. It's not a coincidence. It's not something to be even taken lightly. It is serious. It's like this summer, I was saying this last year, that those Scorpios who will not find their soulmate or who will not come together with someone in 2021, in 2021, 2022, like there is no, you cannot, like, you know, what is it? Enrique Iglesias old song, you can run, you can hide, right? But you cannot escape Mars Uranus North Node conjunction. So anyway, give this video a big thumbs up. Let's see, I just want to take some cards for the extended. I want to clarify further the Seven of Swords, because there is something about them not saying everything about their intentions, about what they're working on. Let's see, 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now 10 of Wands, what are the things that are literally, I feel like there are some people who are trying to keep you busy, or some people may be promising as well a lot, and not all of that you can necessarily trust. Let's take 10 cards to clarify that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 of Swords, they have some worries. What are they about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 of Wands. Some of the biggest opportunities of your lifetime are opening up for you now. Let's see what they are. Sorry guys, hold on. Yeah, let's see what they are. 1, 2, 3. You're manifesting great blessings, bright blessings, big abundance. Let's take what it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 of Pentacles. Is there anyone else for them, like, or in their life right now? 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, this person is gonna take, I feel like they're gonna take not just one action towards you, but it's like, let's take 7 cards and see what comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. King of Pentacles at the bottom. Definitely do watch also my previous reading where there is like man holding a coin at the thumbnail. Thank you guys so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you in the extended. Bye.